Willkommen zurück.
Folge 9.
Stanley Folge 9. Und zwar wollten wir es... geht's nur links rum. Das ist ja das mit dem...
Ja. Batz. So. Ja genau, wir wollten jetzt mal in die Mind Factory.
Mind Control Factory.
Mind Control Factory. Mind Factory.
Dieses Museum-Ending... Mind Factory, der PC-Teile versand.
Ah,
ja, wo dein PC auch zusammengestellt ist.
Ja, stimmt.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
Facility.
read Mind Control Facility.
Na gut, dann mach. Oder? Komm. Na gut. Das Rote da. Naja. Okay.
Was steht denn da? Ich sehe es nicht.
Ich glaube, das kann man auch einfach nicht lesen.
Ja. Das ist ein Tor, das geht auch nicht auf.
Nee. Okay.
Na dann.
Push the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Sind wir unten. In dem Raum mit den...
Ah, da waren wir vorher.
Ja, da oben waren wir vorher.
Ach, krass. Cool. Okay.
Das ist ja so komische Computer.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
So,
Stanley's
427.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Nein, ändere ich nochmal zurück. Das ist ja doof jetzt.
Was?
Ja, jetzt ändert sich nicht mehr zurück. Doch, jetzt. Hier.
Ah ja.
Ihr seht, relativ geradeaus.
In der Mitte ungefähr.
Ja, das ist unser Raum.
Ja.
Stimmt.
Das ist halt
Es wäre cool, wenn wir da jetzt wären und gerade starten, ne?
Ja, das dachte ich nämlich auch.
Ja.
Na gut. Der ist eigentlich müsste das ja der Boss sein, aber ich habe das Bossbüro schon irgendwo anders gesehen. Pira oder?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Nee, hinten, war hinter dir. Achso, ja, Monitor unten, ne? War so ein Schalter.
Ja, ich weiß, ich wollte mich
okay,
nur vorher nochmal umgucken.
Ja, machen wir, ja, stimmt. Nicht zu schnell.
Überall.
Console Design.
Nee. gleich auf. Gleiche.
Das ist der große rote Knopf.
Das ist der große rote Knopf.
Das hier rechts hinter dir.
Das
da. Und jetzt.
Guck mal eben in die Tür rein, aber ohne
da ist
da
auch ein Knopf,
reinzugehen.
ein Fünferknopf.
Mind Controls.
Okay, welchen Knopf drücken? Den Fünfer? Den hier?
5. Was soll denn 5?
Keine Ahnung.
Warum 5?
Drück mal.
Ah, da oben geht's auch noch weiter.
Die
Da
1,
ist
2,
auch
3,
noch
4, 5 in der richtigen Reihenfolge. Drücken.
Da oben ist die 4.
Ja, da unten sind auch noch welche. Und hinten links, hinter uns links war auch noch welche.
Okay.
Okay.
Wollen wir 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Wollen wir den blauen oder wollen wir erstmal so eindrücken?
Ich würde erstmal den da hinten drücken, hinter dem Terminal. Ja.
Den hier.
Geht nicht, okay.
Das nicht geht.
Dann am blauen, an der Konsole.
An dem da?
Sonst gab es so einen Ausknopf nicht mehr, weißt du.
Das hier?
Da geht nichts, ne? Dann 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh mein Gott.
Oh mein Gott.
Also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ja.
3.
Da hinten, schau mal, da, warte mal, irgendwie hinter uns links war das gefahren vorhin. Nee, nicht da, da genau, geradeaus, da oben. Nee, nicht
Da
oben.
ist die 4.
Da.
Aha. Jetzt nichts passiert.
Wirklich?
Ja, habe ich mir fest vorgenommen. Scheiße! Okay, ich muss nicht mehr.
Dann müssen wir da rein in den großen Raum, ne?
Aber warum, oder?
Nee.
Schade. Oder? Nee. Trotzdem.
Nope.
Na gut, denn
Schade.
halt. Wir könnten den großen roten Knopf drücken oder erstmal in den Raum reingucken.
Lass uns mal in den Raum reingucken, oder?
Würde ich auch sagen. Wenn wir nicht mehr rauskommen, haben wir halt Pech gehabt. System Power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Die sind wirklich sehr ungehorsam, ne? Ungehörig.
Na.
Immer das nehmen, was
einfach
falsch wirkt. Deswegen kam ich auch ganz schlecht durch die Schule.
Frechdachs. Ah,
Geht gar nicht.
cool.
Super.
Hä? Leute, ey.
Da
Warum
braucht er
denn?
auch keinen roten
Nee,
Knopf
eben.
hinmachen, ey.
Ah, fucking Cocktease.
Okay, wollen wir erstmal auf On drücken?
Ja.
Gucken,
auf
was
jeden
passiert?
Fall. Oh,
Was
fuck.
blitzt wieder?
Gewitter.
Nee.
Nein.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Oh ja.
Oh, Stanley,
Of course.
all your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent,
Oh.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
Schnell,
Now,
schnell,
this
schnell.
is making things a
Gucken
little
wir.
more fun, isn't it, Stan?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's your time to shine. You
Was machen
are
wir?
the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had
1, 2,
in
3, 4,
mind.
5, oder?
What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Die kann man jetzt auch
Mere
drücken.
moments
Ja.
until the bomb
Ach du
goes
Scheiße.
off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you,
1.
about me, where we're going, what all this means. I
Steht bei
barely know
10.
where to start.
Da geht's raus.
What's that?
Shit. Konsole?
You'd like to
Schnell,
know where your
Konsole.
co-workers are.
Die
A
Konsole?
moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you
Okay.
exactly what
Dann
happened.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course,
Oh, da
that
wird
was
doch nichts
merely
angezeigt.
in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
Du
buttons
blöder Wichser.
endlessly and then dying alone.
Mach mal die 3.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Alter,
Say this, though, this version
Zeitlimit.
has been rather amusing.
Jetzt geht's aber
Watching you
so.
try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go
on.
around will be even
Wo war die
better.
5?
Da hinten.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Come on, come
You
on.
know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Nee. Shit.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Hä?
Okay, was sagen denn dann diese
Dear
Knöpfe
me,
hier?
what's the matter,
Das,
Stanley? Is it that you have no
2 times
idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you
10.
just assume when you saw that
Komisches
timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from
Müssen wir
button
erstmal an
to
die
button,
anderen
screen to
Terminals da
screen,
irgendwas machen, dann
clicking
hier
on
drücken,
every
wo
little
wir
thing
das
in this
gemacht
room.
haben?
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this
Das sind die
video
Knöpfe,
game
die
can
jeweils
be
dran sind, ne?
one solved? Do you have any idea what
Jetzt
your
können wir
purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in
Hier
for
gibt's noch
quite a
den
disappointment.
Oder
But
nicht?
here's a spoiler for you.
Nee, soll noch nicht
That
bestellen.
timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it
Doch noch oft
first,
drücken?
so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Krass.
Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in
3,
until the
2,
moment I say,
1.
happily ever up.
Alter. Was muss man denn da machen?
Ich glaube ehrlich gesagt, es gibt da
Ich glaube so, ja.
keine Lösung.
Wahrscheinlich. Boah. Wenn wir das gleich ausmachen können, ne? Auf Aufdruck.
Ja, dann
Das
hätte ich
wär
ja gemacht,
gegangen,
was er wollte.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
War da vorher schon zu?
Nee. Konnten wir, glaube ich, immer wieder rein.
Ja.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Es ist halt merkwürdig,
Ja.
was hier eigentlich... Was machen wir jetzt?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Da nochmal
doors,
hinzulaufen,
he entered the door
aufzudrücken,
on
ist
his
halt echt ein
left.
langer Weg jetzt, ne?
Na,
Wollen wir mal Telefon zwischen einschieben jetzt?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business.
Jetzt geradeaus.
Stanley took the first open door on his
I'll
left.
go back.
Stanley was so
Langsam.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he
Schlechte
wasn't
Erinnerung.
fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust
Aber
in
jetzt
someone
nicht
else can be
runterspringen.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Ansonsten sind wir schon mal ernsthaft bei der ersten Entscheidung nach links gelaufen.
This
Richtig
is
ernsthaft?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
War, glaube
To
ich,
put
nicht.
your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her,
Also
Stanley.
aufnehmen.
Ja.
You need.
Das ging ja doch ganz schnell.
Oh.
Ah ja, das Apartment-Ende.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Nein.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Krass, jetzt wird er zum üblen Sadisten.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Press J. Nein, will ich nicht. Das.
Was ist das für ein Bild dran? Aber?
Das da?
Sieht aus wie das Büro vom Boss.
Ja, aber nicht so richtig.
Nee, nicht so richtig.
Na gut, dann drücke ich mal J.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Ich drücke jetzt mal 1. 0. Irgendwas anderes geht auch nicht. Na
So
gut,
drückst du nicht 10.
jetzt 6.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Es geht ja nichts
Now he's
anderes.
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Ich kann ja auch nichts anderes
Nee.
drücken.
Ja, cool.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Okay.
So he went further. He imagined that he
Jetzt
came to
verändert?
2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many
Ja, das ist halt
directions.
echt so krass,
And down
dass
another
man
was
nicht
a game
entdeckt
with a
hat, was er gerade
And he
erzählt.
called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived
man
it
ganz andere
again,
Erfahrungen.
and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Lass mal Pause machen, gut. Wir sehen uns gleich wieder in Folge 10.
10?
Ich glaube 10.
Ja,
Bis dann.
okay, tschüss.